Check the script.
No, we good now. We good now.
Yo.
Alright, picking you up. Alright, welcome to the 8672 podcast. It's Chris.
It's Wise Peace.
Episode 14.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. We got
Eddie and Anthony.
Huh? Eddie and Anthony. Oh yeah. I was like, who you talking about? Yeah. Eddie and Anthony.
You don't never get it.
Huh?
You don't ever get this shit. You know where Eddie and Anthony is.
I do know that.
All right.
But so what you want to talk about?
First things I want to say, I'm happy for the turnout, the verdict in the Chauvin case. But at the same time, I want to say I'm cautiously optimistic that they'll stick with that verdict, because right now it's a campaign to overturn the verdict with his appeal using Maxine Waters' statement, and they're pretty much pushing the narrative that the fact that the jury wasn't sequestered, they were pretty much held hostage by public opinion and what the public was going to do if they came back with a not guilty verdict. So, you know, and another thing is, this ain't over, because you still got 3 other trials that happens in about 8 weeks. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, justice is really served, and this issue becomes pretty much a dead one.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree and echo the excitement with the decision that came down yesterday, but it's a step. It's a necessary step. Like you said, it's not over. I still think we have a long way to go, and the main reason why I feel like we have a long way to go is how weird and uncomfortable it felt for me, even with it being guilty on all 3 counts verdict. I really didn't know. I was so used to us not getting that I didn't know how to fully be in the moment of what actually happened, because my mind immediately went to, well, like, how can this be taken away, right? So you start automatically thinking of, all right, like what you just said, all right, the jurors weren't sequestered, so they can use the fact that they may have been swayed by public opinion, right? So all of the different angles that the defense team can use to knock down this guilty verdict. Whereas in a normal scenario, if justice was a normality in this country, we would have just been at peace with the decision. Right. So like when people I think it's eye opening to some people, definitely more people than it was prior. But for those who still don't understand, it's like that's kind of the thought process behind it. It's just like, not the thought process, but the mind frame that some are forced to live in, where it's like, okay, well, where you see the judicial system as working in your favor, it's constantly working against us, and even when it does pan out in our favor, we don't even know how to handle it. We're used to it not working out in our favor for so long, and that's just a weird feeling, and that's kind of like the trauma that I was talking about a few episodes ago. It's weird. Like, I was sitting there like, I literally felt the inside of my body, like my heart racing when the decision was coming out, and then when he read guilty on all 3 counts, it was just like, wow, like for a case that by all counts should have been a slam dunk. The fact that I had doubt that it would have been guilty on all 3 counts tells you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Where that was ever actually like a thought in my head where it was like, yo, this might not go the way it should go.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think it was gonna be guilty on all 3 counts.
I didn't either.
And I was watching what counts that he was guilty.
I thought they was gonna make him guilty on the least.
Right.
The 40-year joint, the 2nd-degree murder. Right. I didn't think they was gonna give him that.
I didn't think that neither.
No.
But you know what I mean. Like I said, and another thing, yo, you gotta be mindful when they put a camera in your face too, and be real cautious and careful about the things you say. Like homeboy they was interviewing and he like, now we ain't gotta tell the city. Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, to me that was some dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it seemed like all the time that the media stick a camera in that's like the most, I don't want to say dumbest or stupidest, but that's some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's find the person we think is gonna give us the most
outrageous soundbite,
ignorant narrative to what's going on. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's what that was. But
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely like I said, don't really know how to. And somebody, I forgot who it was. I've seen it a bunch of places, but it really, like, they put it in words that I wouldn't have put it in, but it's perfect. Like, this, I don't really view this as justice, because justice for George Floyd would have meant he didn't lose his life.
Right.
But it was accountability in the fact that Chauvin had to be held accountable for his actions. And I think that's the perfect way to put it. Because it's like, I can see people like, well, it was a guilty verdict. What are you still upset for? Not that I've seen people say that, but I know it's going on. That's why. You know what I mean? Because even, what was it, his cousin that they interviewed on CNN, or she was there with her daughter. Mm-hmm. But she was just like, yeah, like, this verdict is the verdict, but the fact still remains. Like, he can't come back. Like, right. Guilty on all 3 counts. Like, that man's daughter is never gonna see her father alive again. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, that's something that, like, wow, we like, yeah, this is guilty on all counts. We have to celebrate that, because that's the only thing we have to celebrate in the situation. But it still sucks. Like, this man ain't here no more. You know what I mean? That, and he should be. Like, there's no reason why he shouldn't be here. Like, so definitely salute to them for doing the right thing as far as the verdict. Now I'm looking forward to the sentencing and hoping that he's punished to the full extent of the law. That man deserves to die in prison. I mean, I'm just facts. Like, I don't like. We got people that's in jail for 30, 40 years for doing way less than what that man did. Like, he took another man's life. He took another man's life. So I'm not saying he needs to get the electric chair or nothing like that, but he needs to be punished to the fullest extent.
Well, it's an eye for an eye. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying he just needs to be punished to the fullest extent. So however many years he can get, he needs to get all of those. And he needs to have to do it in general population, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. That remains to be seen, because a lot of times
they don't do that.
They don't do that because of the nature of his crime, and he was a public servant. You know what I'm saying? So it might be other people that he gonna be in the same facility with, that, you know, he is a liability. You know what I mean? Whatever they say.
Yeah. But all remains to be seen. But we got a peak of some positive energy. So, like, something to look forward to. Things working in the right direction. With that though, and we're gonna get to the other situation that happened yesterday too. With the young lady Ma'Khia Bryant. But before we get to that, what do you think about your team? what they did?
What thing?
The Raiders.
What? What you talking about?
You didn't see what they did?
What
the tweet?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
anybody that know me, his family, George Floyd's family, said they didn't see nothing wrong with it. But anybody that know me, I saw the tweet. I don't rock with Mark Davis anyway, so I was like, it's just another dumb act.
Yeah.
By and for I don't know him personally. He could be a smart dude, but to me he's an idiot too, cause he like running the team wise. He wants to be his father, but he's not. You know what I'm saying?
And just so if you're not aware,
he's an idiot. He tweeted out, "I can breathe."
Yeah.
And used the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders Twitter account to tweet it out.
Tweet it out from like the team. Yeah.
And that to me that's ignorant, man. Like I swear I got two teams that probably have the dumbest owners in the history of probably sports, other than the Clippers ex-owner, the Knicks with Dolan, and Mark Davis with the Raiders, man. Like that to me, that was there was no reason for you to do that.
Yeah, nah, it definitely wasn't. It's super like even if you and he don't. Even if you were somebody like if you were somebody who would get the benefit of the doubt in that situation, which he's not, right? Even if you were somebody who could normally get the benefit of the doubt. At best, that's an insensitive statement.
Right.
At best. Like, the best thing you could hope for in that situation is people be like, yo, that was just an ill thought out action, right? Like, you know what I mean? You didn't have to do it. It wasn't a situation that even happened in Vegas or Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you were not like a front line, like, or as an organization, you were not on the front line with that situation. You were never lock in step with that. Like, nobody ever said George Floyd and the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never was. And this could be the situation, but I never heard nothing like, oh, George Floyd was a Raiders fan or anything like that. Like, I never heard nothing like that. Yeah. So it was nothing that was ever linking the Raiders to George Floyd. So it was like, to me, when I saw it, I was just like, one, this is insensitive. And two, it just felt like you was clout chasing.
You know what I looked at and what I thought about, honestly?
What?
I was like, instead of him resigning to the fact that he can't run a team and the Raiders, anybody that knows sports would know what I'm about to say as far as the same. We are like similar to house poor. You know what I'm saying? Being house poor. The team is worth money, but we don't have it in ready available cash. That's why you look at the deals we do. So I said, maybe this is his way of saying, I really want to get fired by the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That way, yeah. So I'll be looked at as, you know what I mean? They fired him over that. Instead of me just saying that I'm incompetent and I want out. You know what I mean? But other than that, I ain't giving no thought. I pay him no mind anyway. He's a fucking idiot. As a Raiders fan, I'm being totally honest. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you cannot be that tone deaf.
Some people are.
Clearly. But are they? Are they pretending to be?
I think sometimes people are that ignorant because they've been shielded their whole life. But it's just...
I hear that, but then it's like, I feel like when you go through the pandemic, I feel like a lot of that, I feel like all of that ignorance that was claimed prior to the pandemic when everybody had to sit down and just be inside.
It's not even a pandemic. This dude, the Raiders were in Oakland, okay, during the Black Panther situation. Yeah. They went to L.A., so he was around with Rodney King's situation and those riots. So it's just
But dumb. This is my thing, though. Like, in all of those times, though, people had the excuse of things going on at the same time those things are going on, right? Why I say the pandemic is different is because you had nothing else going on. The world was literally shut down, which is why I think it had the impact that it did. It was because you could no longer claim like, yo, I didn't know what was going on. Like, how could you not?
See, I look at it like this. The only one I would say that I would agree with you on would be the Black Panther Party situation in Oakland. You know what I mean? But George Floyd's situation was probably just as viewed or more viewed as Rodney King. So it didn't matter the pandemic. This was something that was played, like I said on prior show, that I believe the jury to be competent enough. They done seen this a million times. So no matter what they show you in court, I saw this a million times. Whether I wanted to or not, this was on every time. Yeah. To me, I'm just chalking it up to being like I said, a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Nah, I mean he definitely is.
And and the funny thing is he don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. I never saw him tweet. I never saw him personally tweet out anything using the Raiders Twitter account, but this, like.
And you use this. This is the time you decide to.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You I don't even want to talk about him, man. Word, because some people, as a fan of the teams, you just want the owners to realize, yo, winning in your name has absolutely no association. Jerry Jones won.
Since when?
It don't matter. You got how many? 5?
5.
And he won how many? 3? Okay. Just like Al Davis. He won 3. You know what I'm saying? But then they start getting older. You could understand that. Winning, that name and winning is in association with each other. You know what I mean? They might fall off. Mark Davis has done nothing. Dolan, nothing. These are kids that their parents just left them all kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably never played a sport in his life. Well, if he did, he was one of the worst kids on the team. So the father paid the coach to get him off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Probably run around, you know what I mean, and slid in the backyard and got grass on his pants and made it seem like he played a good game. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That was fun. That used to be funny though, cause yeah, if you came home and your uniform was clean, like you ain't get no burn. You didn't get any burn. Like baseball, you ain't got no dirt on your pants. Like what? Football, no grass stains or nothing like that. They're like, yeah, your front could be dirty, but if your back was dirty, that means you was out there getting laid out. Yeah.
Well, on another note, what you thought about the Verzuz?
I turned it off after the hour. I watched from like 8:30 to I hung on for almost 9:30. I told Julia, I was like, yo, you wanna watch? We started watching Walking Dead again.
Yo, the crazy shit about it is, I was late getting on. When I saw the views,
yeah, that was only.
I was like, oh shit.
It topped out at like 170.
Yeah, and then
it just started dropping.
And it was see, to me, what I think about their Verzuz, and I feel they should be able to do it again because the sound was twisted, the stream was messed up, it kept pausing. I know mine.
Mine wasn't pausing.
It kept pausing. Even the ones on YouTube, the people that were streamed that you could watch now, it was like.
Well, you said by the time you got on there, I was off, so I don't know. Maybe it was doing that.
Yo, it would be like you hearing them, then it would freeze up, and then it would say, this we trying to load something, whatever it was. I took a picture of my screen. You know what I'm saying? But I screenshotted it. But I was like, you know what? This shit don't make no sense. I was like, and then looking at it again today, I was like, see what it is with them. Like, I'm a battle rap fan, so seeing the battle rappers in a quarantine situation like that, you get more noise. Like what Redman was saying, like, yo, I ain't getting no claps and shit like that. Like you get, and I texted last night in the group chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you get more.
I didn't even realize there was people in the audience until they panned it.
I didn't see them pan it, but
they did it in the beginning.
I didn't see them pan it, but I heard Redman when he was talking about it, and then I'm looking at the people coming out performing. Then on Street Life joint, they played Meth verse over top of him while he was supposed to be doing his verse. So he's doing his verse, but then they playing the record, and they playing Meth. Meth went first on the record. So Meth did his part. Street Life came out to do his part. So the hook come on. Street Life is getting ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, while Street Life rocking, they playing the beginning all over again, and it was like, yo, and even he was like, yo, why when I come over here, y'all want to fuck my shit up? Because, you know, that's a joke. Like, if that was your friend, you'd be like, yo, you bum ass nigga, you been on there and they didn't want to hear you at all.
Yeah, nah. I can respect the songs, but I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of was turned off from the very beginning that they didn't do 4, 3, 2, 1.
They did that.
Not while I was on.
They did 4, 3, 2, 1, because what they did was they played.
That's what I said. I left after an hour. That whole first hour, they didn't do it.
The first joint they played was the joint that Tupac took Inspector Deck off. That they was.
That wasn't the first song they opened with.
No, I'm saying the first joint they did where they was collabing like that with I guess with dead people.
Oh. For
the lack of a better word. So they played that. Then they went into Meth and Big. Then they not in that order, but this is how it went, like, but not in that order. But and then they played 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so this is all in the second hour.
And they was like that Meth might be the only dude that, if they're not mistaken, Meth is the only dude to have a song with X, Big, and Pop.
Yeah. They opened the joint with a song that Scratch produced. I think it was a Redman song.
Yeah, Redman. That's because he was down with their team.
Yeah, I mean, the only feature they did in the first hour that I saw was they brought out Keith Murray.
Right. I was shocked that he did his joint because, you know, Keith Murray, he be on that shit.
I didn't never know them to have beef though.
No. Not beef. He be high, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
You saw him in the battle?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see him when he battled, who did he battle? Fredro Starr?
No, I didn't see that.
He was fried. And
No. I did see that because they bumped it up on Power 105.
He was bumping him. He almost started a fight.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Because
they had them both come up there independently to the Breakfast Club. I do remember that. But no, he always was a great performer though.
No, he was. But my whole thing was when he said I'm bringing him out, and I was like, okay.
But he gained weight. Yeah. Gained weight back. I remember when he first got out of jail though in the 90s. He came out. He was diesel. Back when who was that Fatty Girl?
I ain't fuck with Keith Murray like that since Most Beautifulest Thing. After that, it was.
Yeah. But that
the verses, I was like, and another thing too.
It left a lot to be desired.
When you hear it, when you see them, you gotta see them live where their verses need to be a show for real.
They tried to make it that way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they need to be able to go to a state where it's open, where they can have a crowd and get busy. Like when Red did Superman Lover 3, like that was dope, the concept. You know what I mean? Not putting the cape on them like James Brown and shit like that. Like they got dope concepts, but they work better when they in a show atmosphere and they generate. They reacted to the crowd reaction.
Yeah, I was honestly when it came on and I saw that they was like it looked like they was either in they was either at the Apollo or
No, they said they was in Staten Island.
Oh, I thought the joint that That's the battle.
URL, Caffeine Studios?
Not Caffeine. What's the freaking, something Hall? The shit that's in, is it in Brooklyn?
That's in,
Pelham Hall?
No.
Not Pelham Hall.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, they used to do a lot of the battles
down on 14th Street.
Cause that's where Hollow and what's the name battle?
No, you talking about Urban Plaza?
Urban Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On 14th Street. That's
Yeah.
where Troy Ave and
yeah. That's where I thought it was when I saw it, when they panned to the crowd and they showed like the sides and everything.
But it depends, because they were saying Staten Island. I know Red got property out there. He stay out there. And Meth still be out there too. You know what I mean? So maybe they was somewhere in the city, but
I was just
like, wow.
When when that came on, they did it like that. I was like, I don't know why they trying to do this like a show, and you can't pack it out, cause it ain't gonna be like that. Like once they started, I knew it was gonna be like that. And then when Redman started saying, like, yo, let us know, like I need some more reaction in the crowd. I'm like, it shouldn't have been this way. They should have put him in a small room like everybody else.
But them dudes ain't small room dudes.
Yeah, but it don't do it.
See,
don't
everybody that they got up there that perform don't have performances like them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you was gonna let them do it, if you couldn't do it like where you can have mad people in the room, they had more people in the room at Gucci and
That's
Jeezy
what I was
doing.
gonna say. They should have went to Atlanta because it's open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where they could have sold tickets to that shit. People love to see Red and Meth perform.
Yeah.
But I thought about something else though too, watching the verses, that I was like, you always ask me what verses would I like to see, who would I would like to see. I got one that I would like to see.
What?
We done seen producers, and we done seen hip hop artists, and we seen old school R&B. We seen new school R&B. Two of my favorite.
What new school R&B?
You had Keisha Cole and what's her name, which was corny too. But
they had no dudes though.
Huh?
They had no dudes though.
Cause what dudes? R. Kelly's locked up. You
They
still want Chris Brown?
Chris Brown's the GOAT.
Usher, the only one that can rock with him would be R. Kelly.
Nobody can rock with Chris Brown.
R. Kelly got the catalog.
Nobody can rock with Chris Brown.
But I would like to see, back to what I was saying, my two favorite DJs, Scratch and Jazzy Jeff. Now that shit would be crazy.
You talking just DJing?
What?
Ain't nobody watching.
You bugging.
I'm just telling you, ain't nobody watching that.
Okay. Yo, if Verzuz is watching, throw that on. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
People
that
have
40,000 views.
You looking at it from a DJ that just scratching.
No,
like
I'm not.
Your record playing, like them dudes do shows all over the world.
I understand that, and I'm a partier.
And you could throw. I'll tell you another DJ who parties me crazy.
Kid Capri.
Kid Capri is nasty too. If you're gonna do that, you gotta do. And these are my top four. I don't have no five. You go Jazzy Jeff and DJ Scratch. Just because the records they play, and I'm not even sure if Jazzy Jeff could fuck with Scratch on the record, cause Scratch will play an old school record and tie it into the new school.
You didn't see? You wasn't watching it again. What he did with 10 Crack Commandments?
No, I heard that before.
Yo,
I'm gonna get into the next one. Check it. Now you put them, but them scratching wise, they might be by far the best DJs, right? And then the next two, just on pure less party shit, Kid Capri, and my favorite party DJ of all time. If you ever been to his parties, there's no way you just standing on the wall, and that's Mr. C. Facts.
Hey, I'm just saying. Just like you said about the Isleys and Earth, Wind and Fire, you could just put it on the iPod. I mean, on your.
Yeah, but it's a difference. When you get them dudes, I'm gonna tell you the difference. Because them dudes was just playing songs. If you get these DJs where, like you said, the 10